So, hello everyone, greetings of the day, and welcome back to Best Pharmacy Tips and Tricks. Today, with me, I have a very special guest, a very special teacher for me who has really taught me a lot of things besides not just books, but also certain morals and principles. Dr. Priyanka Goswami. So, ma'am has been a professor and has 15 years of academic experience and has different flavors in various subjects. She can teach multiple things. She has 4 good publications in UGC and Scopus Index journals. And also, ma'am has more than 20 lakh views on her slideshare, where she shares all her PPTs. So, welcome, ma'am, for today's session. And today's
Thank you.
personalized
Thank you.
and pharmacogenomics. So, ma'am, would you like to say anything for our viewers?
Hello. I think most of the viewers would be like, my students from HK or maybe pharmacy people around. Okay. So first I would like to say I miss you all and I remember you always. I learned a lot of good things from all of you there. All Payam's classmate, I do miss so dearly, all of you.
Oh. So, ma'am, from the template and thumbnail, everybody would have made it out that it is a session on pharmacogenomics, personalized medicine. So, Dr. Priyanka will be guiding us today for giving us a small briefing about precision medicines, what is customized medicines. So, ma'am, shall we begin with today's session?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you have anything to present or?
Yeah, I do have, but it is like just for information. They can have a clue. Not much picture. It's more of theory, but yeah, still, if they wish.
Yeah, so you can share, no worries, ma'am. Okay. So the first basic question for today's session till ma'am will present, what is basic pharmacogenomics and what is customized medicine? Can you just give a small definition or a small idea?
Yeah. Pharmacogenomics is like, I want to talk in layman terminology. So people can relate because, if we use pharmacological terms and conditions, so people will not be able to understand. Now, suppose entire India is suffering from conjunctivitis, right? And this particular wave is of viral type. Okay. It's not a bacterial conjunctivitis, but it's a viral conjunctivitis. What are the reasons? Like it flooded too much this year and this atmosphere was conducive for viral growth, so it started from North India and it has spread across entire India. Now we see that not every person would get affected by it. Yeah, there is something called as hygiene, but yeah, some people have a lesser immunity, some people have a good immunity. Okay, so based on that, you might not have come across anybody who is suffering from eye flu. Still, there are chances you might get it, right? So from this, at least this basic example, we can understand that atmosphere does affect us, our genes do affect us, our age does affect us, right? And what genetics we have inside us does affect us. So why don't we use this, or why don't we get benefited out of this? Like my genes are so, like some person, they are good at what performing better in pressurized and stress condition. Some people require push, they are procrastinator. Okay, ho jayega, kal ho jayega. And some people are hyperactive, like Payam is she wants to do everything so fast. In fact, I consider myself as also hyperactive because always I'm switching topics and thinking too much. The way I talk, maybe the way I walk, I know somewhere I'm a hyperactive person, but that I know. So everything has got some advantages out of it. So if we know that some people, I want to extrapolate that way, like pollen grain is a problem in Northern America, especially Canada. Okay, so now a lot of people are allergic. Okay. I would put this term as allergy, right? So now some person have a dust allergy. If you put too much of phenyl into your mopping material, they get sneezing, right? And some people will not get affected at all. Entire corona outbreak was there. Some people, I have seen 2-3 people who did not get a corona just even once. Reason being, maybe their immunity were so, their genes were so, they were strong enough. So the customized or personalized medicine is something based on this, I would say, like your age, your genetic material, what is there inside you. You are different from everybody. And I don't want to just talk about this. I want to talk about something in between as well. Like when long back when I was teaching about homeopathy, it was one of the topic in pharmacognosy, like alternative systems of medicine. So I was digging out a lot of information. What is homeopathy? So it was originated in Germany. Dr. Samuel Hahnemann himself was a doctor. Okay. And he thought, I would like to give you a typical information on homeopathy. Like he said so correctly, there are no two individuals who are same in this world. So disease affecting them cannot be similar. Okay, there is a possibility that there could be symptoms matching. Almost similar symptom, but disease can be different. So if the two persons are not similar, okay, disease affecting is not similar, so obviously they would be requiring us different medicines, not similar medicine. Yeah, so they might be requiring something. Okay, symptoms could be same. I have a eye flu, or somebody is having sneezing, or in fact, if you see in corona also, there were multiple symptoms. Some people were having a bad cough, somebody were just sneezing. They think, okay, हाँ मुझे तो सिर्फ सर्दी हुआ है, मुझे तो कोरोना नहीं हो सकता. But that was not true. Everybody was affected differently. So homeopathy, somewhere that Dr. Samuel Hellman has told, like people are not different, people are not same, they have a different genetic material. So somewhere you need to require a different medication. So personalized medication is like, if you want a laptop or something, we want a feature which is for me. Everything now, the world is becoming customized. ये customized word when I first heard, not about medicines, rather it was a PC, personal computer. So people were talking about, I want to buy a CPU from this company, monitor from this company, okay, speaker from this company. It was like, I want to get a customized, assembled personal computer. From there, before that, I never heard this personalized word. From there, now we have everything personalized. Okay. So personalized medication is like something which is affecting you specifically. Okay. Like what atmosphere you are living, what gases you are affected, you are allergic to something, your gene is doing something to you. Okay, so if we have this information with us, like how your genes going to act upon, and if we do target, okay, particular genes, and based on that medicines is being prepared especially for you, that is more about personalized medicine. So in homeopathy, when you go to doctor, everybody says that, okay, doctor kuch safed color ka pills dete hain, and they tell ki wo kha lo, and we don't know what is that actually, right? But हाँ सबके लिए अलग होता है. They don't say कि यही same खा लो, right? So while talking on this, suddenly it came to my head, yeah, this could be possible. Homeopathy is talking in similar line. So now what next is, first of all, you should understand about two important things. First is pharmacogenetics and one is pharmacogenomics. Okay. हाँ, genomics and genetics ये दोनों समझना जरूरी है. तो what I talk more and more is about genetics. Suppose I give you another example, as I am having a bad headache currently, right? So what system of medicine currently going on is, you are 12 years old, and if you are suffering from fever, if you are suffering from headache, okay, 500 milligram paracetamol le lo. Yeah, they are not going according to your weight. Okay, in postology we do determine this. Okay, in hospital pharmacy, Indian hospital pharmacy concept is not yet grown much, but somewhere I taught hospital pharmacy, and there was one green color book, William Hassan. So he wrote, yeah, green color book, and he has talked about lot of things about hospital pharmacy. I was like, how this fellow is talking so customized medicine. Like suppose Payami is going to a doctor, they will check his body weight. Okay, suppose you are 12 years old, but some people are underweight, so they might not require that much doses. Why I'm collaborating these things, like getting homeopathy in the picture, getting posology in the picture, because there are reasons for it, to make you more aware and अंडरस्टैंडिंग सिंपलर. कि होम्योपैथी में उन्होंने ऐसे बोला कि डिसीज सेम नहीं हो सकता. पोशोलॉजी बोलता है कि you have to focus on a person's weight. ऐसा नहीं है कि blindly if you are 12 years old मतलब तुम्हें पूरी गोली देनी है, नहीं तो half करके देनी है. Doesn't make sense. मतलब somewhere people knew that there is some importance on this. Posology में भी ये बोला है कि डोज कैसे डिसाइड किया जाए, right? तो अभी genetics is like how I'm going to react. Suppose मुझे headache हो रहा है, I'm coming back to my the same old example. मुझे headache हो रहा है, ideally I would be needing a 500 milligram paracetamol. हो सकता है I might need 300 or 350 milligram, right? Somebody might need 600 milligram. हमारा तो what we generally do is one size fits to all, right? This concept what is being used currently is one size fits to all, right? कि ये नहीं अरे वो खा ले. अभी yesterday only I read one article in a newspaper. He is faculty in IMMA. And specifically he wrote column in this Times of India mentioning that currently the market of ciprofloxacin eye drops is like chana mamra. क्यों? Conjunctivitis हो जाएगा. So everybody is fearing and putting drops whether required or not. Now just imagine conjunctivitis, what currently is spreading is too much of viral strain, and they are saying it as adenovirus, right? So ciprofloxacin is fluoroquinolones, or like it's a antibiotic. Right? It will, it affects on a bacteria, and we think that we will be cured. Doesn't make any sense, right? But so this is the world we are living in. We do not know what is truth, and simply we want to go side like, okay. Now, one beautiful example I just read in one of the research article कि एक इंसान बीमार है, right? और एक इंसान की एज बुढ़ी हो गई. So वो अपने लिए कपड़े खरीदने गए. So they might choose a different clothes. उनको जो भी चाहिए होगा. Now, if that person falls sick, तो भी उनको पैरासीटामोल देंगे. If the child who is just 10 years old, उसको भी सर दुख रहा है, कुछ होगा, तो हम उसको क्या देंगे? पैरासीटामोल. But do you think it is justified? I do not think so. There should be something beyond this. So this is the base for personalized medicine. Basically, I would like to say कि तुम्हारे genes अलग है, तुम्हारा body का composition अलग है. We know something about biopharmaceutics also. What is biopharmaceutics? Studying about pharmacokinetic and dynamics. अभी pharmacokinetic, ADME, absorption, okay, distribution, metabolism and excretion. एक तो तुम्हारी body रिएक्ट कैसे करती है, और ड्रग बॉडी पे रिएक्ट कैसे करता है, और तुम्हारी बॉडी कैसे रिएक्ट करती है, ये दोनों चीज, इट इज ऑल मिक्सचर ऑफ बायोफार्मास्यूटिक्स. तो वहां तक वी हैव सम नॉलेज लाइक ओके इसका हाफ लाइफ इतना है, ये ड्रग शुड गेट एलिमिनेटेड फ्रॉम योर बॉडी विद इन दिस मच टाइम. ओके, अंडरस्टूड. वहां तक वी हैव रीच्ड कि हाँ यार ज्यादा टाइम तक ये दवाई रह गई तो भी प्रॉब्लम है, ये हो गया तो उसका ये साइड इफेक्ट. इट कुड इफ एक्यूमुलेशंस इन मसल हैपेंस, this would be a problem. Till that reach is there, but we have matlab, we start talking about, when western countries start talking about, we have to accept this fact. तो US में जो concept आया वो यहाँ पे आते आते बहुत time लग जाता है. Later day, one of good colleague of me working at IQVIA, we were talking about this thing actually, like monoclonal antibodies. Okay, हम सोचते हैं monoclonal. अभी I would like to give you example. Somewhere I'm going off track, but it makes your understanding better. Yes. We are living in a world where we have more opportunities, more good healthcare. Abhi maybe 100 years before, if somebody is suffering from what is this? Motbindu, okay, or like cataract. Yeah. So what happens? Abhi to hai ki nahi bhai, there is a possibility if you are 50 years old, there could be cloudiness in your cornea. So usko you have to treat it, right? But just imagine 150 years before, what people will talk? Age ho gayi hai, nahi dikhta hai. Because they were not knowing something like this exists, कि कुछ कर भी सकते हैं. Now when we talk about cataract operation, that comes in an essential condition. And when we talk about, okay, मेरे को चश्मे थे, I had a eye power, but when I did LASIK surgery, the doctor has told me this is cosmetic surgery. This is not essential because you are able to see, right? So you have to understand the difference. But the medical science also differentiate things, which is basic, which is essential, which is for a cosmetic purpose. Yeah. So if we go back to 150, 100 years before, things are like what, हो सकता है, पता नहीं. And now we are going to the era where, we want to study and see each and every genes कि भाई how it is affecting us, क्या हो सकता है. अभी मेरे पास 2-3 प्रैक्टिकल बड़े बड़े एग्जाम्पल है, बट तुम्हें इंटरेस्ट जरूर आएगा. One of the top actresses, matlab in the past in US.
Yes.
Now, not everybody is quite familiar with this terminology. Like there are tests available. You can actually check whether there is a probability of you getting cancer in the future or not.
Yes.
So she did that test, and she got some of the percentage that it is likely possible she may get cancer, and that was not even 1%. It was in point not some percentage. But she removed her breast.
Right.
Why it was possible? She has this thing, something called as this, their medical science was very much ahead, so she could understood something like this can happen, I can change. And another funny example, our Bollywood actress Twinkle Khanna, she was dating Akshay Kumar.
Akshay
If I'm giving, this information is, can make you. Abhi they got married, abhi to unka bachcha 20-22 साल का है, right? आरव भाटिया. तो
Yes.
when they got married, maybe 22 साल पहले, 25 साल पहले, तब तुम्हारे दिमाग में ये चीज भी नहीं आएगी कि you will think about something that what is going into somebody's genes. लेकिन I watched one video where Twinkle Khanna was talking about. I was asking lot of questions to Akshay, like what is his family history, what kind of diseases are running in his family.
Okay.
Akshay Kumar has a very good daily routine when it comes to they sleep on time, right?
Wakes
He
up.
does not eat. He does not eat after sun, because he wants to make sure that diet should be good thing, sleep should be good thing. I do not work for exercise. And he's considered as one of the fit celebrity, right?
Yeah.
So Twinkle told she made the decision on checking upon people in India. They go for kundli matching, which does not make any sense, right? But what one should match more about is like what kind of disease is going in one's family, right? In genes. So
Genetic
usko
history.
pata chala, genetic history one should go for. So they will come to know ki हाँ भाई future में what, because they will go for a family, they will come to know what की likely possibility क्या है. जैसे diabetes if we talk about, cancer if we talk about, there are good possibility that after one or another generation it pop up again, right? Diabetes है तो next generation को नहीं होगा, but उसके अगले में हो जाता है. Cancer also very prevalent we see. Obese people is very thing, उनके parents मोटे होते हैं, बच्चे मोटे हो जाते हैं. तो ये सब चीजें हमको क्या बता रही है कि there are something in the genes. और when somebody is angry also, they will start talking about their ancestors कि ऐसे रहे होंगे. This is also coming in the way, right? कि हमको पता चलता है कि नहीं, something is coming from there, कुछ तो है इसमें. तो we should talk about. अभी I'll tell you कि एक disease है color blindness. और if we talk about, मतलब इसकी screening तो बहुत हो जाती है. अमिताभ बच्चन is suffering from this disease. What is that? I forgot the name.
Trigeminal neuralgia.
No, not neuralgia, rather something. Not hemophilia either. It was, I wrote it down somewhere. Just give me a second. I'm not able to no. It is like, unable to produce sufficient blood. Thalassemia, yes.
Thalassemia. Anemia.
So people should better match whether they are thalassemia minor. Now, Amitabh Bachchan is suffering from thalassemia minor. Had it been his partner is also suffering from thalassemia minor, there are good chances that kids will be thalassemia major. And these people have to be given blood transfusion every 15 days. So ये सब अभी if we talk about genetic disorders, कितने मतलब genetic disorders we can classify into 2-3 types. मतलब एक हो सकते हैं chromosomal कि there is some problem at your genetic level. अभी whatever we are doing is like more about multifunctional genes. अभी हम बोलते हैं कि कोई obese है, किसी को diabetes है, somebody is suffering from BP. तो वो क्या है? It is multiple genes affecting something, right? कुछ चीज है, एक जीन में कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई, मतलब अभी pharmacology में somewhere you might have studied about what giantism or dwarfism or Down syndrome. ये सब क्या है कि वन ऑफ द जीन इज बिहेविंग समथिंग डिफरेंट एंड ये हो जाता है, राइट? अभी सम पीपल आर कलर ब्लाइंड, तो उनको भी अगर इफ यू मैच अ ट्री तो तुम्हें पता चल जाएगा कि इफ यू हैव अ कलर ब्लाइंड मदर तो देयर आर गुड चांसेस दैट द सन कुड बी कलर ब्लाइंड। तो ये सब चीजें हैं, बट हमको ये सब चीजें बिल्कुल पता नहीं है। बट इफ मतलब व्हाई आई एम टॉकिंग इन बिटवीन ऑफ जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स आल्सो, बिकॉज there are genes and it contributes to something, your exposure, possibility of getting any disease in the future. So if we target something like this, right, ki what your genes are carrying, how you are what if you take a particular drug, how you're going to respond to it, तो उसे क्या हो सकता है कि मेडिकल साइंस कैन बूम। मतलब अच्छा वर्ड में ये बोल सकती हूँ कि मोर प्रिसाइज्ड, मोर कस्टमाइज्ड एंड प्रॉपर हेल्थ केयर किसी को मिल सकता है। अदरवाइज हम लोग अभी व्हाट वी डू इज ब्लाइंडली एवरीबडी इज गिवन अ पर्टिकुलर थिंग, बट ऐसा होता है ना मेनी टाइम्स इफ समबडी सफरिंग फ्रॉम सम डिसीज तो बोलते कि नहीं यार वो दवाई मुझ पे असर नहीं दिखा रही है, रादर रेजिस्टेंस हो गई। if somebody suffering from TB, you have to take a medicines for 6 to 9 months. So multiple combinations में you will be given antibiotic, but अभी in fact I have seen people, for them cetirizine does not work। मतलब हम बोले कि H1 receptor antagonist, ठीक है, जो हिस्टामिन रिसेप्टर, सेट्रिजिन डज नॉट वर्क फ्रॉम देम। क्यों? क्योंकि उनके आइदर उनके रिसेप्टर खराब हो गए या रेजिस्ट हो गए, डोंट नो। बट दिस मतलब आई हैव सीन पीपल की भाई अभी लाइक यू नो आई विल टॉक अबाउट सम ऑफ द ऑफ यूजेस आल्सो, जैसे मेटफॉर्मिन है, ठीक है। नाउ एवरीबडी नोज मेटफॉर्मिन इज अ बाइग्वानाइड व्हिच इज यूज्ड इन डायबिटीज,
Type 2
ओके।
diabetes.
But if a female is suffering from PCOD and if somebody is suffering from obesity, then also metformin is being given as off-label use. कि भाई PCOD है तो metformin regularize the periods. So you will think कि यार मुझे तो diabetes नहीं है, why metformin is being prescribed to me? और rather क्या होता है, if you take a metformin, there are chances कि bloating effect occurs in your stomach. तो तुम खाना कम खाओगे, ऐसा बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। तो बहुत सारे ऑफ यूज तक हमारा एक्सपोजर है, लेकिन वी हैव नॉट रीच टू दिस पर्सनलाइज मेडिसिन कि जेनेटिक लेवल की स्टडी करके हम कहीं नतीजे पे पहुंचे। सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट। अभी नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन कैन बी यू नो कि पर्सनलाइज मेडिसिन किसके लिए होते हैं, या सर्दी खांसी के लिए तक अभी नहीं। नाउ लॉट ऑफ ट्रायल्स आर बीइंग टेकन ऑन दिस, बट ऑब्वियसली नंबर वन तो हिट ही है, इट इज नथिंग बट कैंसर। कैंसर पे अभी लॉट ऑफ ट्रायल्स आर बीइंग टेकन ऑन पर्सनलाइज मेडिसिन कि भाई एंटीवायरस है या एड्स किसी को हुआ है तो व्हाट कैन बी गिवन। अभी नाउ व्हेन कोरोना आउटब्रेक हैपेंड, you know, people knew that this is a viral disorder, but from where they got a medicine? They were all
Hydroxychloroquine.
all HIV drugs were tested कि भाई कुछ magic can happen and we get rid of this disease. So something like this was happening. तो ये इसका बेसिक है, मैं ये बोल सकती हूँ।
Okay. So next question, ma'am. Will gene-based drug targeting या gene manipulation or precision medicine or customized medicine have a future in India? Or like, is it a promising career? Like, अगर किसी को आगे उसमें कुछ pursue करना है, education और learn करना है, so is it useful currently?
You know, learning and pursuing is useful, लेकिन India is a slow bit. You know, I can talk about India is behind 30 to 40 years. मतलब we are not even talking about monoclonal antibodies now, क्योंकि they are very costly. उसकी प्राइस लैक्स में चलती है, तो अगर मुझे कुछ हुआ है तो मैं मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी ले लूं तो मैं ठीक हो जाऊं। बट इंडिया इज इन नॉट इन अ पोजिशन, हम सिर्फ जेनरिक्स की बात करते हैं टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, और जो बहुत सालों से चल रहा है। इफ वी वांट टू मतलब मोलिकुलर लेवल रिसर्च इज वेरी लेस इन इंडिया। तो या यू कैन परस्यू अ करियर इन दिस फॉर श्योर, बट देन इंडिया कैन नॉट बी योर जॉब मार्केट, बिकॉज यू हैव टू टीच पीपल की ये चीज क्या है and why somebody will invest this much of money and what would be the output। क्या बोले सब लोग, मुझे कहा I don't want to see that, मुझे इतना जीना कहाँ है, कब मेरे बच्चे बड़े हो जाए, मेरा घर बन जाए, like people are happy in their own terms। तो I do not think कि लोग इतना पैसा खर्चा करना चाहेंगे। rather कंपनीज तो बहुत सारी चीजें बनाती। I would like to give you this example क्योंकि मैंने थोड़े दिन पहले ये वीडियो देखा था, irrelevant है बट इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए अच्छा है। You know, if you talk about Neeta Ambani, उसके दो twins थे, ईशा and आकाश, और I forgot the other name, ठीक है। Now she got married and she was not able to conceive for maybe many years. And since they are rich, okay, in vitro fertilization, we, you and me and people are talking about for 10 years now. चलो मैक्सिमम 7 साल से बात कर रहे हैं कि ओके दे हैव सम प्रॉब्लम, ओके गो फॉर आईवीएफ. हम सिर्फ ये बात कब से सुन रहे हैं? हाँ, 10 years, उसके पहले से नहीं सुन रहे. बट इन दैट वीडियो आई हर्ड फ्रॉम नीता अंबानी दैट उसके जो फर्स्ट 2 ट्विंस बच्चे हैं, शी कंसीव्ड यूजिंग आईवीएफ. सो यू नो आई वांट टू टेल यू द बिटर फैक्ट ऑफ दिस कि ये जो भी नया टर्म्स एंड थिंग्स आर कमिंग अप that are very costly and not everyone's cup of tea. हम सोचो कि मुझे ऐसा कुछ करना है, जीन्स चेंज कर लूं. Suppose Michael Jackson was black color person, right? Black skin. He can afford कि भाई उसने full body की surgery करवा ली. But you and me cannot think. अभी now IVF back then in 90s, only Ambanis can afford. किसी और normal people were not knowing कि something like does exist. So yeah, future can be bright, but उसकी कितनी, अभी इससे मुझे एक और एग्जांपल देना है क्योंकि यू नो वैरायटी ऑफ सब्जेक्ट आई से, तो आई वुड लाइक टू टॉक अबाउट इट. लाइक कोरियंस, तो कोरियंस में नॉर्मल लुक को एक्सेप्टेंस ही नहीं है. दे वांट अ बेबी लुक, क्यूट एंड स्मार्ट लुक. ठीक है, तो कोरियंस में कॉस्मेटिक सर्जरी इज लाइक यू नो, जैसे हम खा रहे हैं कोई भी नॉर्मल सर्जरी की तरह पीपल आर डूइंग कॉस्मेटिक सर्जरी, राइट? तो वहां पे कॉस्मेटिक सर्जरी चल रही है. मोर देन बेबीज दे वांट टू लुक गुड. दे अभी जब तुम्हें बहुत बड़ा मार्केट मिले दैट एवरीबडी वांट्स टू डू दैट, तो हो सकता है कि उसमें करियर भी बनेगा एंड पैसे भी मिलेंगे, राइट? बट cost would be too high. Not everybody would be able to afford it.
Okay. One more question, ma'am. You mentioned that pharmacogenomics and personalized medication, it has to deal with your environment, your genes, your proteins. So will this concept of personalized medicine will only be restricted to treatment or for risk predictions or for diagnosis as well? Like you given an example of or risk prediction and diagnosis as well. Or it can expand.
It definitely it had a diagnosis role. Obviously it is personalized medicines and it would be having a diagnosis role as well, because कैंसर हुआ नहीं उसके पहले हमने पता कर लिया, right? ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें. अभी I'll give you another example. One of my friends, she was suffering from allergy and she was not knowing it because मैंने कभी अपना टेस्ट नहीं करवाया. तो उसकी एलर्जी की टेस्ट हैज अंडरगॉन फॉर मेनी डेज. डॉक्टर उसको डेली कुछ खिलाते थे, मतलब वो लंबा चौड़ा टेस्ट है जिसमें यू हैव बीन एक्सपोज टू लॉट ऑफ एलर्जेंस कि तुमको एलर्जी किससे हुई है, राइट? नाउ समबडी सेज कि मुझे चीज से एलर्जी है, कोई बोले मुझे डस्ट से एलर्जी है. ये वी हैव नॉट गॉन टू डॉक्टर. वो तो हमारा एजम्पशन है कि भाई मुझे, इफ समबडी इज ब्रूमिंग द हाउस एंड यू स्टार्ट स्नीजिंग, यू फील लाइक ओ मुझे डस्ट से एलर्जी है. सो दिस इज लाइक व्हाट वी लर्न फ्रॉम थिंग्स. बट अगर हर कोई अपनी एलर्जी टेस्ट करवाने लगेगा, यू नो, एंड नाउ and you know, rather than actually knowing what we are, जो वेस्टर्न कंट्री से आता है उसमें पागल जैसे we actually end up like बीच में बहुत चला था gluten free कि gluten is a protein in a wheat, right? अभी इंडियंस आर नॉट ससेप्टेबल टू ग्लूटेन, लेकिन बीच फॉरेन में सब ब्रांडेड खाना बिकने लगा ग्लूटेन फ्री, तो यहाँ पर ग्लूटेन फ्री लाओ. बीच में कीटो डाइट चला तो कीटो डाइट. सो वी आर द पीपल हु ब्लाइंडली फॉलो एंड don't want to see exactly कि वो कितना relevant हमको भी है. And that's what I want to tell one more thing about this, कि बहुत सारी medicines western countries में बैन हो जाती है लेकिन इंडिया में चल रही है. One example is Vicks Vaporub. क्यों? क्योंकि इंडियन सिनारियो में वो चीज अभी पाई नहीं गई है, तो दे थिंक लाइक अभी things are safe. ऐसा है. तो diagnostic role would be there, definitely it will be there.
Okay, so thank you so much, ma'am, for today's session. Lastly, any advice or any words for our viewers, for our audience, and for those people who are more keen on knowing about pharmacogenomics, personalized medicines? Any tips from your side?
Yeah, I would say, you know, in fact, I'm personally a person who likes to read a lot of stuff, be it not a pharmacy, but anything, you know, and then I try to connect the dots ki bhai isme kya usme kya. So that's how I develop a lot of interest in not pharmacy, but rather मैं कभी environment में भी घुस जाती हूँ, कहीं भी पहुंच जाती हूँ. So I think, you know, you should, इसमें से ऐसा भी कोई होगा, because I do not have that entrepreneur वाला mindset, but you know viewers, now this thing is coming up, इसमें से किसी viewers के दिमाग में कुछ ऐसा idea आ जाए, that person can make something, so it would be good thing, you know. तो one person can think in that perspective कि हाँ भाई इंडिया में इसको क्या ला सकते हैं, कौन सी दवाई लॉन्च कर सकते हैं. अभी it is not just limited to medicines. There are personalized medical devices also, क्योंकि हर किसी की requirement अलग है. So they can explore the field of personalized medical devices. क्योंकि तुम्हें जो अभी चश्मे सबके अलग होते हैं, राइट? किसी का मुंह बड़ा है, किसी का छोटा है. अभी लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि दे वांट टू फिट समथिंग इनटू योर ऑक्यूलर, तो तुम्हें ये पहनने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये वो. सो मेडिकल डिवाइसेस विल, या सो लेंस नहीं, उसके अलावा कुछ डिसीज के लिए भी यूज हो सकता है कि तुम्हें वो टेंशन ही नहीं रहेगा. फॉरगॉट एक्चुअली द नेम, बट या viewers can learn lot of things. They can come with some good ideas. They can think as an entrepreneur mindset, or rather, चलो मेडिसिन में नहीं तो डिवाइसेस में something they can do for sure.
Correct. So viewers, I hope you all have learned a lot from Priyanka ma'am, and the way she connects things, like उन्होंने homeopathy connect कर लिया, biopharmaceutics, posology, pharmaceutics, she connected pharmacology, and finally personalized medication. So you all saw the way she linked. So I hope कि तुम भी ऐसे ही link करके चलोगे. And she opened up two options, personalized devices as personalized medicine. So I hope आप लोगों की बहुत help हुई होगी. If you all have any doubts, you all can freely drop in the comment section, and you all can go and check out ma'am's SlideShare account. I'll be sharing the link in my description section. Do show love to her SlideShare account as well. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining for today's session.
Thank you, Payam. You are great and keep doing your best.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.